Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before I even get into the nitty-gritty of this video, I really want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. I wasn't expecting the amount of love and support I got on that first video, and a lot of you seem very excited. Even if you didn't comment on the video, you would have either messaged me or saw me in person. You really told me that, so really appreciative. As I said before, this has been a long time coming, so it's good that people actually like it. Right? Those of you who don't know, my name is Chelsea Jordan, and today this video is going to be about heartfelt moments. I'll get into some storytelling. I know that people seem to like story time, so I hope that you'll like mine. Also some tips for long distance relationships and some heart-shaped / red and pink colored food that you can do, considering it's a month of love and this week coming is Valentine's Day. So for those of you who celebrate, happy Valentine's Day. For those who don't, I got you, bro. I got you, sis.
Let's get into it. Also, I wore red. I wore red for this video. Just putting that in there because it's Valentine's and all.
I would have been mentioning this name a couple times before. People may have been wondering, who's this David? Who's this David? So, David is my boyfriend of 6 years. We would have celebrated our 6th year last year. Okay guys, so post-edit clarification, September 9th. I said October like twice. I think that's because David's birthday is in October. But yes, anniversary is September 9th. Back to regular programming. So any of you who followed me on Instagram, you will see that on the 9th, I usually post photos of us. We call it a month anniversary. I know, sounds kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. I met David at Harrison College, so the school that I would have mentioned in my previous video, that's where we are met. It's been 6 years since we were together. That's another story for another time in relation to how I thought I was slick, but apparently everybody knew I liked David. Yeah, but anyways, long distance relationships look different for everyone. Because we've only ever had long distance relationships, that's all we ever knew. So for us, although it was a big adjustment, we didn't have anything to compare it with, right? Because as I said, like that's all we knew, right? So when he first went to school on another island, it was coming up to Valentine's Day, and I'm just like, what can I possibly get him? Because it's not like you can just like Amazon something and it comes to you in like 2 days or 3 days. Like sometimes, well, not sometimes, a lot of the times in Barbados things take a while, especially if you're going through the port. The port could have your stuff for a long time, and you're not getting stuff. So I was just like, what can I do? So I was Googling florists in Grenada, all this stuff. And I found one, Floral Treasures Grenada, which ironically was close to the school he was at. So I said, okay. And he had an uncle there. And I said, well, okay, I'm gonna order you these flowers. Well, no, I don't think I told him. I was talking to his uncle. I'm not sure how I got contact with his uncle, but his uncle basically surprised him at the school with them. Now, I'm gonna share a video. I'm gonna share a photo of the remnants of the flowers, but in my mind, I wasn't thinking anything about it. So I sent them to David, whatever, and he called me. He was just like,
Chelsea, I just had to walk from the top of the school to the bottom of the school with this huge bouquet.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I hadn't even thought that. He said everybody was just like staring, and I'm just like I get embarrassed when people sing me the birthday song at restaurants. I could not even begin to imagine how he must have felt walking through campus on Valentine's Day. I was just like,
oh my goodness, I am so sorry.
Anyways, that was in February. No, I went down to surprise him. I think it was on the Easter vacation. So I get there. Obviously, it's a big surprise because he comes out. I think he was sleeping or something. So it's like, drowsy, whatever. I go into his room, and in the corner, and I'm gonna put the photo here, in the corner of his room, there's this huge bottle that up to this day he actually does not know where he got the bottle from, because I asked him about it. He was just like,
Charles, I have no idea.
in the corner is this huge bottle with the dried flowers still in it. And I'm just like, for some reason, I know that I'm very sentimental, but I didn't think that he would have kept them. Mind you, this is, well, Easter might have been at the end of March into April. So it technically wasn't that long, but I mean, that's still like over a month, right? Like, that's still over a month. Sorry, I heard a door open. I just want to check, see, right? So that was like over a month he had them. And I was just like, you kept them. And then that's when I heard the story about the whole super embarrassing thing. I was just like, I am so sorry, babe. I'm so sorry. But he really appreciated it. So that was that. And then the second year he was down there. Now this one is extra funny because I have another friend who reminded me of it recently, because I was writing a note for him, and because he's studying medicine, I wanted it to be not super cheesy, but I wanted it to mean something, right? I really wanted it to, to resonate with him as a medical student. Anyways, I'm not gonna say what it was now. I'm gonna put in a screenshot later because of what happened. But anyways, I decided, okay, last year was too much. Let me buy a rose. A simple rose, whatever. And this time, I would have told him in advance, so he had to go and collect it, right? So he gets it, he takes a picture of it, and he sends it to me. And I'm just like,
Where's the note?
Like, I sat down and I wrote a note, a very, very medically relevant note to you, and it's not there. Now, that was, I think, 2019. When I found the email to the florist, I was just like, where was my chill? Why was I so crass? Like, by me, I was upset, right? I'll put the screenshot here. But I basically said, I'm very disappointed in the service or whatever. Like, my note was not delivered. And if you look above, you can see what the note should have said, right? No. I took forever to write that note. Now, back then we didn't have ChatGPT or all these fancy AI stuff to help us craft, medically relevant, cute, cheeky Valentine's Day notes. We didn't have all that, right? So I'm just like, I put my heart and soul. I paid for this, I don't think, I wouldn't have paid extra for delivery because he paid it up. But I'm just like, I still deserve the service. Anyways, he got it. And he just said, Chelsea, it's no problem. I'm just like, listen, I worked hard on that note, right? Anyways, I think it was that year that he also got me flowers. And sentimental Chelsea. After a while, I dried the flowers and I still have them to this day, right? I actually dried them on a piece of paper and I wrote the date and everything on it. I probably still have the card because I don't really throw away birthday cards. For as long as I can remember, I have all my birthday cards like ever. But yeah, shout out to Floral Treasures. Y'all got me for 2 years. Appreciative. Anybody in Grenada who wants to send flowers, I'm assuming that they're still open, but here's the link, yeah. So that was story time. Now I will get into things that you can do on Valentine's Day in a long distance relationship, or even if you can't spend time together. This year I sent him a card. I thought it was pretty cute. And yes, of course, I did not have no. Like, why would I have no to take, right? So that's something cute that you can do on Canva. Something that I like to do is like online puzzles, for instance. So there's this website that we use. I guess you can type in, anything, but it allows you to do like double. It's not like a 2-player game, but it allows you to have more than one person on the same link, and we do puzzles. I find that kind of cool, because puzzles are already hard. Well, depending on what size you have, but they're pretty hard already. But having it online, and it's not Like, I can't put all my corner pieces and then, you know, I can't separate them here. So separating them online was pretty cool. And then sometimes like we click on the same puzzle piece, and you know. So that's something if you like puzzles or any other 2-player game that you can find. There's also like Pictionary, which is like Scribble, Scribblo. I think that's the website name. But yeah, so there are a lot of games like that you can play that are like chill and relaxing games, but you still get to know the person, you know. Obviously, the general things for like a games night would be like, you know, the funny questions to ask your partner or the intimate questions. So for instance, it could look like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You know, because a lot of the time, well, no, I'm not saying a lot of the time, but some of the time we get so accustomed to where we're at. You know, we're just going along in the day to day. We forget that the person that we're with or the person that we are, there's a constant change, right? So when you started dating somebody, they may have liked cucumbers, but 6 years down the road, cucumbers, you know, give them a headache or whatever, they don't like it anymore. You know, that's something that you should probably know in case you're gonna cook for them, you know. But I just like you need to constantly remember that they're human, they're ever changing, and you need to make that effort to continue to learn that person, you know, and we'll learn about that person. So I find those are pretty interesting. And then there's some funny ones like, you know, if you could be any animal, what would you be? But then it also asks the other person questions, you know. So it's like not only about you, but asking your partner certain questions. So it's pretty cool. There's also things like never have I ever and stuff. I feel like never have I ever, sometimes there's no room for extra conversation. But with these questions, you can go on and on forever and ever. So that's something that we also like to do. As I said at the beginning, like deliveries and stuff. So like if you're like in the States or UK or someplace that has an active Amazon delivery system, then send them a gift. Maybe something that you do, send them gift cards, whether that's iTunes or like to a food place or like Uber Eats or whatever. Like, you know, times are hard, you know. So anything that aids in the person's life, and that's another point. So growing up, we never give gifts in my family really. Like I gave away my toys after a certain age, or you know, it was just like handmade stuff. So I have like over the years, I've seen the progression of my artistic ways through like Christmas cards, for instance, right? So like that's how we used to give gifts. When I met David, obviously everybody is different. So in my mind, gift giving is something that's sentimental. But obviously, if it's sentimental, it means that it's sentimental to you, not necessarily to the person you're giving it to, right? So I had to learn that and then learn, well, you know, you like certain things, they like certain things, but the gift is for them. So you have to be able to tailor, you know, the gift to suit their needs. So because of that lesson, essentially, I literally have a list of things in my phone that like David likes, food he likes, you know, all that stuff, so that I know in general, obviously, like a gift may come up that I might buy, but I still have that like box of things that I know, well, he also likes these things, right? So some good gifts for the guys out there: wallets, colognes. Well, girls can like colognes because I love a cologne. There are different things. You can also go online. Presents for my girlfriend, presents for my boyfriend. Like online is pretty cool as well. But also remember, Valentine's Day and gift giving does not have to be expensive. So what I was going back to the gift cards, for instance, if you give a gift card, you can give like $20 or whatever is in your budget, right? Never feel like you have to expense yourself and go broke buying a gift for somebody. And what I will say is that if you're in a proper relationship, they will not make you feel badly for not being able to buy the most expensive. Oh,
another bird! Sorry. Remember last time there's another bird? Anyways, there's a bird last time as well, but he came earlier. Hello!
Anyways, right, yeah. But yeah, they should never make you feel less than because you didn't buy an expensive gift, right? I feel like it doesn't have to be expensive one, and once it's thoughtful to them and it's something that they can use and something that they will use, it's perfectly fine. So guys, girls, don't feel that you have to go out of your way to go broke for a holiday that, well, you don't even get the day off, right? But also remember that you can love your partner every day of the year just as much as Valentine's Day. I guess Valentine's Day just gives us a central point to say, today I want to tell you all the things that sometimes I forget to tell you, or I want to do things that sometimes I don't think of what I'm doing, but this day reminds me X, Y, and Z. Right? So just think about those things, and always think about your partner in the process. Another thing that you can do is like movie night. So sometimes for David and I,
Wow, a flock of birds, but they're weightless time.
but yeah, sometimes from David and I, if you're having a movie night, it would be a particular series or movie that we're watching together. We each get food, all right? We each get our food, whatever we want to eat, sit down, watch it, That's something else that you can also do. So those are also tips from my LDRs in the building. Especially being in a long distance relationship, you have to be very intentional, right? Because it's not that you can just get up and go and see the person. It's not that easy. It may be across continents, it may be across countries. So yeah, just be intentional about what you do and think about your partner in the process of it all. It's not only something that you should enjoy, but something that they should also enjoy, right? Just also bear that in mind. But yeah, if y'all want any other tips and stuff that I've used in my relationship, y'all can just let me know. And I'm gonna put a plug in here. In my upcoming video, I want to do a Q&A. So if you have any comments, any questions, you can just put them in the comment section below and I'll answer them next week. Another thing that you can also do is that you can create, and this is for anyone, long distance, short distance, whatever, you can create a Spotify or YouTube playlist, right? And I don't know about you, but there are a couple of songs that David and I say we have. Like, there are a couple of songs that we would have shared with each other that when I hear it, it reminds me of him or reminds me of us, right? So you can create a playlist with those type of songs, add in some other songs that you like. So yeah, some of ours are like Daylight by Maroon 5, You and Me by James TW, and then Anyone by Justin Bieber. But yeah, so just incorporate some of those, and then any song that you hear that reminds you of them, just like, that's great, add it into that. Next up, I'll be showing you some heart-shaped food / red and pink that you can do for Valentine's Day. Now, a couple years back, I did some heart-shaped danishes. I'll put the recipe that I use, or the actual picture. So I'll be showing you some heart-shaped pancakes, some pink lemonade, and some hard-boiled eggs with the yolk as pink. So guys, I finished the pancakes. What I will say, if you have metal leaves, use them. If you don't mind the rough edges of a pancake, use that. But I wanted to try it freestyle. They're still pretty hot. This was the first one. But okay, hold on. Before we talk about the shape, this is what I meant in terms of the color. So instead of like a fully red thing, this was the first one. I think this was the best one yet. A little burnt on the edges, but then you see the back, there's that marbling. Oh my goodness, y'all gonna have a field day with me. This one. So there, I'm still look kind of cute. I think this is the fave. This is the one that looks not most accurate to a human heart, but you know, like it's a cute heart. And then this was the remaining pieces. So yes, so here we have the deviled eggs, the heart-shaped pancakes, and obviously the lemonade that I did earlier. So you know, something cute, cheeky that you can do for Valentine's / Galentine's. Yeah. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this Valentine's Day special, and I hope that some of the ideas that I would have given to you, you're able to use them. Let me know what you do, if you do anything for Valentine's Day, let me know what you do. Let me know in the comments below. I really like engaging with you all. And yeah, also do not forget to drop your questions so that I can answer them in next week's video. Don't burn down the house trying to do anything special. Don't expense yourself, and you know, just be happy and enjoy the company of your friends. If you're doing Galentine's, if you're doing Valentine's, whatever you're doing, you know, enjoy it. And if you don't celebrate anything, still thank you for watching this video, because I know that it was kind of love filled and Valentine's filled. Thank you for sticking around. Let me know if you tried any recipes or any recipes that you actually tried, and tag me, culinaryitinerary.cj. Tag me and I'll repost them. I really want to see what you do for Valentine's or Galentine's Day. And yeah, until next week when we do our Q&A, don't forget to send me any questions that you may have, either in the YouTube comments or on my Instagram, culinaryitinerary.cj, and I'll be sure to answer them in next week's video. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day. See you soon.